Good afternoon. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Stockviews. Every fund manager wants to outperform the market. That's why each year they spend $5 billion on equity research from Wall Street to help them outperform the markets. I was a fund manager myself for over 10 years in the City of London. I ran a fund of $1.5 billion, and I used research from firms like Goldman Sachs and Morgan Stanley. But the problem was, these experts rarely got it right. We were spending several $1 million every year to access opinions that weren't even helping us to outperform the market. Back in 2013, I noticed that many of my colleagues were turning online to find alternative research from independent analysts. When I looked into it, I was pleasantly surprised by the quality of some of this research. However, it was very difficult to sort the good from the bad. This is why I set up Stockviews, a platform that is revolutionizing the equity research industry. We identify the top analysts online, and then we connect them to fund managers. As you'll see, this delivers a much better result for fund managers at a lower cost. We're now going to run through the demonstration with the help of my colleague Tara. During this demo, I want to show you three things. Firstly, how any analyst in the world can use our platform to create ratings and post research. Two, how we determine who are the top analysts. And three, how we harness the wisdom of crowds to create a signal capable of outperforming the market. So the screen that I'm showing you here is our dashboard. And you can see all of the ratings from the analysts that I follow. Using the conventions of Wall Street, an analyst can rate a stock as buy, sell, or neutral. As soon as you make your recommendation, we capture the price of the stock at that point in time, and then we track performance against the market. Let's take a look now at the profile of one of our top analysts on the platform, Alan Brockstein. What you see here are the stocks that Alan has rated and the performance associated with each of those ratings. The win ratio that you see in the top left corner of 72% indicates that his picks have beaten the market over 70% of the time. And on average, the performance of his picks are 11% ahead of the market. If we want to get more detail on Alan, we go to the Career Progression tab. Stockviews is set up like a virtual Wall Street firm. We have three rankings that an analyst can achieve: analyst, senior analyst, and vice president. And to make this firm work as well as possible, we've made it meritocratic. So how do we determine who are the top analysts? There are three metrics that we look at. One, performance, which we covered in the last screen. Two, coverage. How many stocks do you cover and over what time period? And thirdly, research. We have a peer review system for determining quality of research. I won't go into detail here, but if you'd like to find out more, then please stop by our stand in the networking session. If we want to find more analysts like Alan, we go to the Star Analyst page. On this Star Analyst page, you can see some of the other senior analysts on the platform. What we're showing you here are all of the senior analysts. Now, if you were a fund manager and you'd followed the recommendations of these senior analysts over the last 6 months, our backtesting shows that you would have generated outperformance of a massive 8%. I don't know if there are any fund managers in the audience, but if there are, you'll know that that is a pretty huge deal. We now have over 400 analysts on the Stockviews system, creating ratings and writing research. And we have the means to collect a huge amount of data about these analysts. We can use that data to search for people with two very rare characteristics. One, people who are capable of consistently outperforming the market. And two, people who can back up those opinions with high-quality research. So the next Warren Buffett may come from Bangladesh, or the next George Soros from South Korea. There are potentially thousands of analysts who can connect to our platform. And the revolution in self-teaching is empowering these analysts to create high-quality research. So we have all these senior analysts, these star analysts on our platform, but how do we harness their collective wisdom? This brings us onto the innovation that we're launching for the first time here on the Finovate stage, the Stockviews signal. Let me take you now to the page for IBM. On this page, what you can see is that we have 26 members with ratings on IBM. And of those 26 members, 54% of them have a buy rating. Now, that's interesting, but it's unlikely to provide an investing edge because it merely reflects what consensus is already thinking about the stock. This is the kind of signal that most other platforms provide. What's unique about Stockviews, however, is our ability to identify and isolate top analytical talent. What I'm showing you next are the opinions of our top analysts only, those who have proven time and time again that they can outperform the market. Here we see a much stronger buy signal of 75%, much more valuable to a fund manager. Finally, let's compare that to Wall Street consensus, where we have 10 Wall Street analysts, but only 20% of them have it as a buy rating. This wide difference between Wall Street and our own top analysts suggests that once again, Wall Street may have it wrong in the case of IBM. So what we're doing here is we're isolating those people who can consistently outperform the market and then aggregating their collective wisdom. For a fund manager, this provides a valuable tool. While we intend to make most of the platform free, it's the opinions and research of the top performing analysts that we can put behind a paywall. Investors will pay a few $100s per month for access, with 80% of that fee being passed on to the top analysts. In 10 years' time, we believe there'll be no need for Wall Street research. Investors' requirement for research can be efficiently matched with analytical talent online. And in the process, we can strip out the unnecessary cost of the Wall Street machine. Please stop by our stand later on, and we can show you what the crowdsourced signal is saying for any stock that you own. Hope to see you there. Thank you.